Morning.
Good morning, comrades, colleagues.
Good morning. I suggest we start. Good morning, honorable members. I suggest we start. There's the agenda. Any apologies we should note?
Deputy Speaker, good morning to you and colleagues. It's Singh here. The apologies of Honorable Swat, please. Are you still there, Deputy Speaker?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I was just switching on my stuff. Yes.
Thank you. The apologies of Honorable Swat, please.
Okay, Honorable Steve Swart. Yes. Anybody else who's?
Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
The chief whip of the majority party is apologizing. She indicated that she'll be in and out. She's in Free State, the area where she is driving towards the place where she can be permanently in the meeting. The network is bad, but she indicated that don't be surprised because she's driving it's in an area which has no network.
Yeah. Okay. The speaker is also still not well, as I understand. Honorable Member, there is no other apology.
Deputy Speaker.
Also mine. It will be difficult for me to go beyond 9 o'clock. I'm speaking in the next hour and a half, so I have to be ready. So I request that we really keep the meeting short. Yes, Ndate Kaso?
Deputy Speaker, I have an apology from Honorable Frolic.
Okay.
His flight was delayed.
Okay.
And indeed, as you have indicated, though the speaker is on the platform, but she has really asked you to chair.
Okay. All right. Let's proceed. Thank you. Welcome, Madam Speaker. Honorable members, there's the agenda. Any mover for us to accept it as such?
I move for adoption, Deputy Speaker.
Second.
Second.
Thank you. Moved and seconded. Let's proceed with the minutes. Please slide them. Any corrections, honorable members?
Deputy Speaker, on page 1, I think I was present at that meeting, not recorded as such. Thank you.
Okay. They can't miss such a big man. All right, that will be corrected. Let's proceed to the next page. Let's proceed. Let's proceed. Any corrections? None that's visible. Let's proceed. Okay. Any mover for the adoption of the minutes?
Boroto moves the Deputy Speaker.
Okay. 2 seconds.
Natasha,
Thank you very much. Let's proceed to the next item. Any matter arising? Have you noted then that Castle? You can take us through those that you have noted.
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Yes. Is that the Chief Whip? Yes. Go ahead, Chief Whip. Hello, I can't hear the Chief Whip.
No, at the time I was moving for adoption, just that I'm moving, the network is not very good. Deputy Speaker, I'm very sorry for that.
Okay, no, it's moved and accepted. Thank you very much. Let's hear matters arising from yourself or Ndati Kaso. Would you like to take us through those that you note?
Deputy Speaker, just on the one issue, the issue of Section 194 committee.
Yes.
Which was the subject of this meeting and also of the Rules Committee.
Yeah.
The Speaker will soon be making a determination in terms of the issues that were raised at the Rules Committee. Okay. As members will recall, the rules give Speaker the power to make a determination in terms of the composition of that committee. So Speaker is considering the inputs made at the Rules Committee, and she will soon be making a determination in that regard.
All right.
Thank you, sir. And also just on mini plenaries, even though this will come up during the program, just to indicate that we have asked honorable members, and we just want to raise this again, that for those mini plenaries that are starting at 4:30, they must log in at 4 o'clock, 30 minutes before the time, not earlier. So if they happen to get into the system earlier than that, and it says the host has not started the meeting, they should not panic. The meetings will be started, the links will be started at 4 o'clock for the 4:30 meeting. Deputy Speaker, that is all from my side. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Honorable Sheikh Imam.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, we highlighted previously the challenges for smaller parties where you're having three mini plenaries at the same time, or three budget votes that's going to be debated at the same time. And parties that have one or two members and things makes it very difficult. And I see that that matter has not been addressed. I just wanted to remind the House that, at least in the future, we need to consider that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Chief Whip. Honorable Machodina. Chief Whip's connection is bad. I can't hear her if she's speaking at all. Is there any other matter arising?
Yes, Deputy Speaker is Mkalipi.
So go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, you complained last week that you didn't hear my voice, so let me just talk to you.
Okay.
Deputy Speaker, under number 8, consideration of draft parliamentary program, I raised an issue of workers' parliament, and the Speaker said no, he's going to consult and come back. If is any update on that regard, Deputy Speaker? On the second issue, it was an issue that I expressed a concern with the expected parliament in the midst of rise of pandemic. And when the Council explained about many plenaries, but I just want to get a clarity, Deputy Speaker, because numbers are growing, are rising up. And as a result, one of the oversight in Free State was cancelled because Free State have already declared a third wave. Is any talks in Parliament in regards to the third wave that is being not officially announced? And the third one, Deputy Speaker, I raised it in the Chiefs Forum regards to the third Parliament, program of the third Parliament. And the Chief Whip of the ANC said, no, the program will be reconsidered because I was under the impression that there will be elections on 27th of October. And if, according to the program now, we are expected to come back in Parliament in August. So to me, there is some there, but I just want to get a clarity in terms of the presiding officers if they have looked at that matter. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Okay, go ahead, Ndati Kaso, and respond to those. I mean, Mayor Kalipi speaks about the third quarter, not the third term.
Yeah. Thank you,
Deputy Speaker.
Okay, yes, third term.
Yes. Yeah.
Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
Before Mr. Kaso responds,
yes.
May I have my hand up?
Go ahead, Ndati.
No, we're saying with respect to the report or the update he's giving about how the voting process is going to take place in the Public Protector Committee.
Yes.
We look forward to hearing from the Speaker on that.
Yes, that's part
Thank
of the report you get. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead, Gadikaso.
Speaker. Deputy Speaker, my hand is up.
I
called you. Platform.
I called you. You didn't respond. Now that you are back, please talk.
Yeah.
I did call you.
My apology. Now, on the issue. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. On the issue that was raised by Mr. Imam on the small parties, this is the best that we could do. That we have 3 mini plenaries, so they should prioritize which mini plenaries they can attend. Otherwise, we cannot go below the 3 mini plenaries. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable Kwankwa, lower your hand if you have spoken. Thank you. Gadikaso, please respond.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Just starting with the issue of the local government elections, there will certainly be a meeting of the Joint Program Committee in the before we adjourn. That Joint Program Committee will present a reviewed framework which will take into account the local government elections, which have been announced to be on the 27th of October. That program will take into account the issue of the submission of annual reports, the issue of the budget review and recommendation processes, and also the tabling of the medium-term budget policy statement. So those will be taken into account. So just to assure members that we are working on proposals in terms of how to review the program, the framework, and how to adjust it to accommodate the fact that there will now be elections on the 27th of October. In regard to the Workers' Parliament, I had reported at the Chief Whip's Forum that the Workers' Parliament did not happen. The NA or NCOP. It has been postponed until further notice. So there has not been a Workers' Parliament. And also I might just add that as Chief Whip had reported, I think in this forum, or maybe in the Chief Whip's Forum, that also around the issues of the Youth Parliament, the indications are that there will not be a Youth Parliament as we know it this year. Now, in terms of this issue of the stats and COVID, I'm not sure if Honorable Mkalipi is looking for any specific info in that regard, except to say that indeed the issue of the mini plenaries are happening virtually, and that minimizes the risks, obviously, in that regard. And on the issue of mini plenaries, there's been a request on the other parties that are impacted, like Honorable Sheikh Imam has indicated, where there is a delay in terms of joining the other mini plenaries to notify the staff, who will also notify the presiding officer at the mini plenary to ensure that the necessary adjustments are made, except that we would not be able to put those parties at the end of the debate. They can be towards the end, but not to close the debate necessarily, because the debate would have to be closed by the minister. And before the minister, the ANC, the DA. So we'll still have to adhere to that sequence of speakers. But of course, we'll take the difficulties or the challenges faced by the smaller parties into account in that rearrangement. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Okay. Matters arising have been dealt with.
Speaker?
Yes, Madam.
Thank you very much. On the matter of rising statistics on COVID-19, can we request that the office of ASTP and the team monitors, because we are going to have 6 hybrid sessions, 26, 27, 28, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So can we request that team to make assessment time and again, so that we can take an informed decision for the
Yes, okay. Yeah, I can assure you, Chief Whip, that that matter is being taken care of. There is ongoing monitoring, including by PARMET. We will always provide this information to all members through their chief whips and so on. But thank you very much.
Don't leave the speaker.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Hope, Kapo.
In support of that recommendation made by the chief whip, we must always work within the regulations and not forget we are not a gathering, we are a workplace.
Okay, thank you. All right. Let's go to the next item. Daditau, are you ready?
Good
Please.
morning, Deputy
Please.
Speaker, honorable members and colleagues. I am ready, Deputy Speaker.
Go ahead, Dad.
Thank you, sir. We have about 5 slides that are not usual to deal with issues that were raised in the previous meeting. The first slide is slide number 3. On this slide, we are showing the bills and matters that have been finalized by committees that need to be in the Parliament program. We have looked at the dates from the 11th of March to date. That is on this slide. The next slide is slide number 4. On this slide, it's matters that will be finalized during this term, as was requested by the chief whip of the majority party. We have included all the bills and the matters before committees that are likely to be finished before the end of the term. And there was also a request that we highlight the gender-based violence related bills. We have 2 of them that are going to be finalized. That is Criminal Law, Sexual Offences and Related Matters Amendment Act. It will be finalized on the 28th of May. And we also have the Domestic Violence Amendment Bill that will also be finalized on the 28th of May. The next update is on slide number 5. On this slide, Deputy Speaker, we just indicate the bills that are before committees but not yet scheduled. This slide tried to address the question that was raised as to how long does it take to finalize the bill. We are showing here about the 3 bills that have been in the system since 2019 and 2 bills that have been in the system since 2020, and then the other bills that were received this term, and those bills are not yet scheduled. This continues to the next slide, which is slide number 6. The next update is on slide number 7. On this slide, we are showing the committees that are likely to meet during recess. It's about 8 of those committees, and we have indicated the dates where we have confirmations. This was also requested that it be highlighted. We also go to slide number 8. On this slide, it is committees that are approved to meet during mini plenaries. I want to make an apology, Deputy Speaker, for the the typing error for the word during. We also show all the committees that have been approved so that members can see the committees that will continue their business during the mini plenaries. Next update is on slide number 12. On this slide, it is Employment Equity Amendment Bill before PC on employment and labor. The committee will consider responses by to oral submissions on the 26th of May and also deliberations on the 2nd of June. Next update is on slide number 13. On this slide is Compensation for Occupational Injuries and Diseases Amendment Bill before PC on employment and labor. Also, the department will be responding to oral submissions on the 26th of May, and the committee will have deliberations on the 2nd of June. The next update is on slide number 18. This slide, it is Gas Amendment Bill before PC on Mineral Resources and Energy. The committee is planning briefings on the 26th of May. The next update is on slide number 37. On this slide, we are showing progress with regard to the NHI timelines, but I will speak to the next slide, which is slide number 38, where we are talking in terms of the figures. We are saying capturing and categorization of emails that have been submitted. Out of the total of 314,955, a fortnight ago, about 4,099 had been done. As on the 6th of May, about 7,622 have been captured, and 333 are still to be captured. Out of the substantive submissions, the total number is 217. A fortnight ago, about 149 has been captured. Now 151, about 66 are still outstanding. The scanning of hand-delivered submissions, the total number received 32,613. A fortnight ago, about 17,000 was done. As on the 6th of May, 30,800 has now been done. Only 1,813 is still to be processed. The next update is on slide number 45. On this slide, it is the expropriation bill before PC on Public Works and Infrastructure. As already indicated, the committee postpones its public hearings in Free State, but the public hearings in KZN next week will continue and the other dates. The next update is on slide number 54. On this slide is statutory appointments before PC on communication. It's with regard to filling of the vacancy after resignations and also the term that will come to an end of the councillors. The committee is planning to have discussions during the second term and will finalize the matter during the third term. This concludes our report, Deputy Speaker, honourable members.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the bills and then we'll discuss them together. The bills team. We're listening. Bills.
Deputy Speaker, I'm observing that the colleagues who usually make this presentation are not here. My apologies. I did not get any apology in that regard. I'll check with Advocate van der Merwe if she's able to help with this.
Okay.
Charmaine?
Yes, good morning, members. If I may ask that the report on bills be flighted, and I will take members through that report. In respect of bills before Parliament, there are 2 bills on the National Assembly order paper, 37 before committees, 1 on the NCOP order paper, and 5 before committees. There is a full list that was also circulated, that is just giving the numbers. In respect of the legislative program, the Leader of Government Business has submitted a 2021 program, and there are 31 bills identified on that program. 4 of these have already been introduced. 2 have been approved by Cabinet, so we are expecting these quite soon. And then 6 MTBPS bills, we're looking at October of this year. In respect of draft bills, there are 2 bills certified, a Housing Consumer Protection Bill and Land Court Bill, so these will probably be introduced quite soon. There are a number of bills where we have received Joint Rule 159, so also those will be expected soon. And then there are 10 bills currently with the Presidency for assent. In respect of revenue and appropriation, the last and final slide, In respect of the main budget that we're looking at February of 2021, and the adjustment budgets October 2021. And as my understanding is that all of these bills are following the process correctly. There's a close eye kept on them, and there's no concerns as to the process at the moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's have discussions. Honorable Mkhaliti, I see you are ready. Is that correct?
Oh, no, let me just lower my hand, Deputy Speaker, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Any comments on the committee report and the bills? None. Let's proceed to the program. Honorable Majake Pilani, please proceed. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. Can we have the program lighted?
It's lighted already.
Okay, thanks. We are now on week 10. Thursday, the 13th of May, and Thursday, the 13th of May, and after programming, we'll have caucus by political parties, and then this will be followed by mini plenaries, which is now the beginning of mini plenaries from 14 hours to 16 hours for the votes as listed. Tomorrow, Friday, the 14th of May, between 10 and 13 hours, we'll have the PGR meeting. And then concurrently, we'll be having mini plenaries running between 10 and 12:15 for the votes as listed. The week that follows, week number 11, has Monday, the 17th of May as Constituency Day. And then Tuesday, the 18th of May, we have mini plenaries continuing from 10 o'clock up to 12:15 for the votes as listed, and from 2 o'clock, 14 hours, up to 16:15 for the votes as listed. And the last session will be at 16 hours up to 18:15 for the votes as listed. Wednesday, the 19th of May at 8:30, we'll have the Chief Whips Forum. Then the mini plenaries will then proceed between 10 hours and 12:15. And then Thursday, for the votes as listed, Thursday, the 20th of May, we'll have programming committee meeting at 8:30. And then mini plenaries will continue from 10 hours to 12:15. That one just has the one vote, vote 9, planning, monitoring, and evaluation. And then between 14 hours and 16 hours 15, we have continuation of mini plenaries, and then we have the 2 votes as listed. There's the 20th of May, 8:30, we've got programming committee meeting that's followed by caucus by political parties. And then the mini plenaries continue at 14 hours up to 16 hours 15 for the votes as listed. It's followed by the session that begins at 16:30 up to 18:30, up to 18:15 for the votes as listed. Friday, the 21st of May, we have mini plenaries between 10 and 12:15. And the week that follows is week number 12. Monday, the 24th of May, we have Constituency Day. Tuesday, the 25th of May, we have continuation of mini plenaries between 10 and 12:15 and 12:15 for the votes as listed. Again, between 14 hours and 16 hours 15 for votes as listed. And then for the 16 hours 30 up to 18 hours 30, there is a proposal there to put vote 8, National Treasury, because they've actually changed the slots. They had some challenges. Wednesday, the 26th of May, between 9 and 13 hours, we have committees. At 10 o'clock, we've got Chief Whips Forum. And then at 12:45, we have a committee of chairpersons meeting. At 15 hours, we have a plenary. The main business of the day will be a condolence motion for Honorable Jackie Mofokeng and also debate on Africa Day. Thursday, the 27th of May, at 8:30, we have programming committee meeting. It's followed by multi-party women's caucus. At 14 hours, we have plenary. To note is the debate on urgent matter of national public importance, as sponsored by MSNJ, Alliance of the African National Congress, which is about bullying amongst learners in schools. And business as listed. Friday, the 28th of May, we have a joint sitting for debate on anniversary of the its 25th anniversary of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. The week that follows, it's week number 13, Monday, the 31st of May is Constituency Day, June the 1st, between 10 and 13 hours. We have committees. At 14 hours, we have plenary. And the main business of the day will be debate on vote 2 Parliament and consideration of reports on budget votes and debate on the Youth Day. Wednesday, the 2nd of June, between 9 and 13 hours, we have committees. At 10 o'clock, we've got Chief Whips Forum. Then there is plenary at 14 hours. The main business of the day will be debate on vote 1, the presidency. Thursday, the 3rd of June, 8:30 is programming committee meeting, 10 o'clock. It will be caucus by political parties. And then at 14 hours, we will have resumption of debate on vote 1, the presidency, the form of the reply. The last day for the term will be Friday, the 4th of June. That will have plenary that is beginning at 10 o'clock for business as listed. And the constituency period stretches from June the 7th to August the 16th. There is also concern about the framework or the third term in relation to elections, which means that we will have to revise the framework, something that will be brought to the committee. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Ndadit Kaso.
Deputy Speaker, just to indicate that the NCOP Program Committee is meeting today, and the NCOP side of the program will also be updated. So there may be things that will not be there next week. For instance, the Youth Parliament, I know, will not be there, and other matters. So that program, that side of the program is being updated. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Any comments on the program? Any comments on the program? So if it looks okay, that we'll receive the update.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, just I had my hand up.
Yes, just
2 quick comments. Could the Secretariat please email us this latest program? Okay. And next time, could they put it in a format that even our expensive glasses that Parmet paid for, we can still read what's on the screen? Because I'm battling to read what's on the screen.
I agree with you. They must not acknowledge that there is an age group that is far above theirs, right?
Yeah, difficult to read.
It's noted. It's noted.
We want to see things. Okay, Tate Hope, Tate Papo.
We must be very careful with that good proposal because this is a public meeting and there may be calls for people to retire.
We will make that call. Calls must not always be agreed to, right? Yeah, okay. Any other comment? None. In fact, Ndate Papu, you might know that Honorable Khalid has already called for me to retire. So I owe her that implementation of her resolution.
Deputy Speaker, aye, Suka, aye, that was 2014.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Okay, let's proceed to any announcement. If there is none, let's consider the meeting closed. Thank you very much, honorable members. Madam Speaker, go nest yourself and be well. We hope you received our letter wishing you well. Honorable Singh, we did do through the hand of Ndate Khaso what you asked us to do. We communicated that message on our collective behalf for her health.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. All right. Honorable members, the meeting is adjourned. Thanks.
Thanks, Deputy Speaker.
Don't leave the chair. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.